It's 4 o'clock. Welcome everyone to our special call meeting of the mayor and the council. Gina will read the rules on public comment, and after that, we will have public comments. And when you, if you do have a public comment, please list your name and address on the pad on the podium. Gina?
Notice is hereby given that a special call meeting of the mayor and council of the city of Lewisburg is to be held on Tuesday, October 7th, 2025 at Lewisburg City Hall, 131 East Church Street at 4 p.m. The purpose of the special call will be to discuss and take such action as the council may deem necessary and to the public interest related to the following items of business. Whereas the mayor and council wishes to allow the citizens of the city of Lewisburg to voice their opinions and concerns and etc. Now therefore be it resolved by mayor and council of the city of Lewisburg that citizens will address the council during citizens input. Number 2, citizens will address the council must abide by the following guidelines. You've got to give your name, address on record, give subject matter description, understand there will be no voting, 3 minutes maximum to speak, address city council, not the audience, no personal attacks, no religious comments, and no more than 3 times on the same subject. Once the meeting is adjourned, we ask that everybody exit the meeting room and the property in a timely manner.
Okay, if you wish to address the council, please come forward and sign in, please. And please we're not going to cut you off in mid-sentence, but please adhere to the 3 minutes. Go ahead.
My name is Mary Cedeno. I live at 1625 Fox Lane in the city. This is a convoluted kind of issue going on here because we got people that think that the issue is not the job that's being done, but the color of the person's skin. And I think that is the wrong approach. I think that it's wrong if somebody is judging somebody because of the color of their skin. That's wrong, and either side. But I do want to say, if the job was being done, that's one thing. But the situation that's at hand right now is we're ending up spending money that the city did not have allocated to spend for investigations. If that ever got done, it didn't seem like it did. And now we're talking about perhaps a headhunter service going out to find somebody to fill the position. And we have lawyers' fees to pay, and who knows what kind of lawsuits might be coming up the pike. This is something that the citizens in Tennessee in the Lewisburg city limits did not approve of. We don't think that we should be spending this kind of money. If somebody's having issues, if something's already been investigated, then let's go with that investigation, find out what happened, and then go forward from there. But if TBI's got something to say, then let them say it. Either let the guy stay in his seat or fire him. But this going back and forth and trying to hire an investigator and hire a headhunter, it's just taking more money out of the taxpayers' pockets is what it's doing. And it's also not getting the job done.
Thank you. Next. Anybody coming?
My name is Joe Bradford. My address is 1208 Glen Avenue. Several weeks ago, this council expressed a desire to hire someone to go on a fact-finding mission to help you reach a decision. However well-intentioned, that was a mistake. It is not your role to try to ascertain guilt or innocence. Your role is to ensure the city runs smoothly. It is not running smoothly. It is in crisis mode as a direct result of the actions of the city manager, and it will remain in crisis mode for as long as you allow it. The question is, do you want to continue having this monthly circus Or do you want to restore stability? Whether or not the city manager is found guilty of the charges brought against him, he sat here and told you he was guilty of having a physical relationship with an individual doing work for the city. In his own words, fornication. That is incredibly poor judgment, and it has caused this city to spin its wheels for months. It is easily within your power to fulfill your duty and restore stability and leadership. Worries about lawsuits are a flimsy excuse for not taking the necessary action. No company in America would be expected to keep a leader who has openly admitted to a physical relationship with someone doing work for the company, especially when that poor judgment has spiraled into a felony charge. The time is now to end this and move Lewisburg past this situation. Contrary to what some will say, I'm not here today with some old score to settle. My Creator demands better of me, and that's what He will get. Much has been made of race over the past months, so let's address that. We should always strive to treat each other fairly, and that means without regard to race. Any person who votes to terminate a man because of his race is a racist. Likewise, anyone who protects a man's job because of his race is also a racist. Your decisions must never be guided by race, and I hope they won't be. There is no place for racism here, either for or against the city manager. Blind yourselves to race and be guided by doing what is best for Lewisburg. Restore stability with the right heart, and the rest is just noise. I respectfully ask for these comments to be entered into the meeting minutes, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next.
Michelle Davis Head. I'm at 1525 New Columbia Highway. So I called earlier today to ask what the investigation that you all had commissioned found. And I was told that was attorney-client privilege, and I should ask the city attorney tonight. So I would ask, what did the investigation find?
Well, so far, there hasn't been an investigation yet because the council has not
So,
acted.
okay, got it. So you commissioned an investigation, you haven't done an investigation, but now you're ready to decide whether or not to fire him. Is that my understanding? Because I was at the last meeting that was a zoo. Some of y'all have been here way too many years not to know how to conduct a meeting. And as far as race is concerned, it's not enough to be non-racist. You have to be anti-racist. That means at times, yes, you do take into account the color of someone's skin. I went to high school with some of these gentlemen, and I can tell you, I had much more privilege than they did. And the same is true for our city manager. But I will say, I have stood on the side of the victim. If she was victimized and she is an employee of the city of Lewisburg, she should not have to see her abuser. Thank you.
Thank you. Next. Anyone else? Nobody coming forward. Anybody? Is there someone else coming?
Yes, it's Clark and Brown.
Hi, my name is Carl Brown. I'm a resident on 135 Crestview. And I'm sorry, but I just heard the term abuse, and I have not heard that. And to throw that out at this time, I think is unnecessary. It should be taken out. Thank you.
Did you fill out the form for
I'm
us?
doing right now.
Pardon me?
He's doing it now.
Okay, anybody else? Anybody?
Can I just state that, yes, I said abuse, we have a victim, therefore we have.
If you please come to the podium and give your name and address, please.
Michelle Head, 1525 New Columbia Highway. Yes, I said abuse. We have a victim, therefore we have abuse. Now, we have a felony charge that is pending, which means someone has had an action towards them. If they are an employee of the city of Lewisburg, it is not fair to ask a victim to see their abuser on a daily basis.
Anyone else? Anybody? Gina?
Item number 2, discuss and take action to terminate the city manager, Mr. Hazlett, effective on the last day of his 30-day suspension.
I'd like to make a motion to terminate the city manager, Mr. Hazlett, effective on the last day of his current 30-day suspension.
There's a motion, is there a second?
I'll second for discussion.
Discussion?
I don't agree with getting rid of them at this point. I think we should hold off at least another 30 days to see what's going on in the courts. That's what I would recommend, to prolong it a little while, because it's like I said in the last meetings, we've had 2 cases like this where they was accused of something and both of them was innocent. So, and I'm sure that they done ruined their life a little bit up until this point. Well, not up to this point, even then. So I'm just thinking that maybe if we could just go a little while longer to maybe. I'm not saying that something don't need to be done, but I just don't think that right now is the time to do no firing, considering facing what we might be facing in the long run. And since a lot of the conversation is all about saving money and stuff like that, I just don't think we got it to. Well, I don't know if we got it. Say we don't got it. I don't think that would be an appropriate thing to do, is to fire him at this point. I just think we should hold off. Maybe suspend him another 30 days.
Further discussion?
I have a couple of comments. One is, what has changed? What have we learned different than from when we put him on 30-day no probation? I mean, what has changed? He still hadn't been proven guilty of anything. TBI has charged him, but does everything TBI do is everybody guilty just because TBI puts charges on you? He still hadn't been found guilty of anything. And the other question is, wonder if he is found innocent. And we've already taken his job. Where do we go from there? He took a man's job and he was innocent. That's all I have.
Further discussion?
Yeah, I can say in the 30 days, I have taken this time to read the employee handbook, the personnel policies and the employee handbook, because I'm looking at this and I always have looked at this from a human resource. The criminal charges are what they are, and I'm not a judge and I'm not a jury, and they will have, Mr. Hazlett will have his time in court. But if I look at it as a representative of my ward in the city of Lewisburg, and I look at these personnel policies, I do believe in this 30 days I've done nothing but read this policy book over and over, and I have found several issues where I believe personnel policies were broken And, you know, I'll be glad to share them with you or whatever, but, and that's where I stand, you know, from the HR standpoint.
Vicky, on the personnel policies, and I understand what you're talking about. I have looked at some of those also. But policies are not set in stones. It's quite a few companies and situations where policies have been changed in certain situations. I'm not saying it's something you're supposed to do. Number one, are the policies up to date? When have they been updated? Do they fit every person? Every situation is different. Policies don't always cover every situation. They should, but sometimes they don't.
Well, policies work until they don't, you're right. And our policy handbook has been, has served the city well. There's a couple in there during my readings I found that I think we need to look at. But clearly, if we follow the city of Lewisburg's handbook, there have been a violation to several of the policies.
Further discussion?
I maintain that the lack of leadership and the lack of good judgment that has been displayed warrant the termination of Mr. Hazlett.
Further comment?
It's lack of and good judgment. I guess all I want to say about that he is a man, and he is human. And you're going to find anybody that makes mistakes and makes bad judgment at one time or another. Nobody's perfect but God.
Further discussion? Call the roll, please.
This is on the motion that Mr. Thomas made and seconded by Mr. Burns. Councilman Burns?
Aye.
Councilman Robertson?
No.
Councilman Michael?
Aye.
Councilman Thomas?
Aye.
Councilman Crutcher?
No.
Next item.
Item 3, discuss and take action concerning the city manager, the best interest of the city of Lewisburg. Number 3.
Repeat that again for me.
Discuss and take action considering the city manager in the best interest of the city of Lewisburg.
We just,
Kind of goes along with the same one.
Yeah,
We just-
we just kind
Yes.
of
we
did
just
that.
did that.
So then we've got number 4, discuss and search for a new city manager utilizing professional services to commence as soon as possible.
I question the use of professional service. We have always used MTS to help us advertise and gather candidates, and that's at no charge. They thoroughly vet them and make sure they're qualified, but we have to give, the council has to give the qualifications to the firm. So having said that, further discussion?
Yeah, I agree with using MTAS. They've served us well in the past whenever we've had to use them. They are free. They do vet. They also provide the questions so that everybody has the same questions during the interview process. So I'm for using MTAS.
I would endorse that as well. Hopefully, they'll be able to get us some candidates in a reasonable period of time.
So maybe we need a motion for, how should it be worded?
To engage MTAS in the search.
Well, more than that, just substitute professional with MTS.
She's making a motion to engage MTAS in the search of a city manager.
Period.
Period.
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Motion's been seconded. Is there discussion? Call the roll, please.
Councilman Burns,
Aye.
Councilman Robertson,
No.
Councilman Michael,
Aye.
Councilman Thomas,
Aye.
Councilman Crutcher.
No.
Okay, does that conclude the business, or is a part of that that we have not yet taken action on?
No, it's done.
Pardon me?
It's done.
Okay, over and done. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Councilwoman Thomas makes a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Councilwoman Michael seconds the motion. All in favor say aye.
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 We stand adjourned. So how much time do we have till 5 o'clock? What time is it? I understand.
No?
I was gonna blame him.
Good evening or good afternoon. Welcome to our regular monthly work session. Gina?
To clarify, this is a monthly work session of the mayor and council. This is a meeting that is held each month to allow the members to discuss specific items in preparation for the regular council meeting, which is held second Tuesday of each month. The dialogue of this meeting will be between the mayor, council, and staff members. The time of the citizens' involvement will come at a regular meeting to be held next Tuesday during the citizens' input portion of the meeting. We respectfully ask that you hold your comments or questions until the time unless called upon. Once the meeting is adjourned, we ask that everyone exit the meeting room and the property in a timely manner.
Thank you. First item.
First item, consider owner requests for rezoning property located at 540 Vista Street, map 0640, Group B, parcel 001.00, within the city corporate limits of Lewisburg, from C2 Intermediate Business to I2 Industrial Park. Planning Commission gave favorable recommendation of 6-0 on September 16, 2025 meeting. It requires an ordinance, and the owners are Flying Hawk Properties, LLC. If Chris, you've got anything on that?
Just to touch base why they are rezoning it, basically the use chart doesn't allow for a recycling to come in, so they requested a rezoning, and I believe the recycling is basically going to be on inside of the building. Do anybody have any questions?
No, I have a confession to make. I thought the Howdy Doody chair, those of you who know what the Howdy Doody chair was manufactured there. According to Fletcher Cathy, it was manufactured on First Avenue. Was there a manufactured? Anyway, it wasn't at this location, but they did do furniture manufacturing there earlier. Without exception, we'll have that on the agenda for Tuesday.
Thank you.
Item 2, discuss of speed limit continuing at the present 45-mile-per-hour sign eastbound until the intersection of West Ellington and Mooresville Highway, which is State Route 373. Councilman Burns.
Well, yeah, I put that on there after the Shannon's deal last month, and I've had several people all across the city. I mean, y'all's wards may have called y'all too, but what the thinking is as you're coming in from exit 32 into town, y'all got a map, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, in town. There's a current sign right below Ridgetop, right about there. It's got 45 on it, and my recommendation was just keep it 45 all the way until it gets past the water tank into the new red light. Now, when the red light's in place, is Brandon here? Yep. Brandon's here. Brandon, you might want to speak to that too, but Brandon indicated you might want to put when the red light does get in place, something like stop light ahead or some kind of warning sign, so as you're coming down that hill. But trucks and snow and rain and all that are having to speed to get up the hill and that, and so I'd like to see everybody consider just leaving it that way. Right after the fire department, I think it changes back to 30 right there at that point. I think it used to be this way a long time ago, and I guess somebody changed it. I don't know.
It's 30 before you get to Phillips Street, or 373, I believe. It's about halfway between 373 and the water tank. It's 30 miles an hour.
It turns
I
to
believe.
30. Currently.
So you're trying to change the 30 to the 45?
No, I'm talking about coming in. It starts 30 way back before.
No, it's 45 way back.
Yes,
And
it's
then,
50,
and then it
55,
turns, like at Ridge Top it's at 30. It goes
Yeah.
55, 45, then 30.
55, 45.
Then 30.
And then 30. And all the other apartments in town, like out Kroger, is 45.
Right.
And then the one out by the high school, I believe it's 45 too, those apartments, so. Just, it makes it a little bit easier for them to get uphill and I think we had 2 people last meeting speaking for that, also changing that. So just something I want y'all to look at to keep it 45 all the way till it gets to the red light or thereabouts.
Well, my concern is that hill, as you know, because we've
Right.
talked about it before. And you keep mentioning the Kroger intersection and the other intersection. You know, you can see those intersections for a long way. You can't see that red light turning red until you top that hill. And so let's go to out Highway 50 a little bit, like, you know, where Farm Bureau is now. And you're going into town where that Walmart is. When people hit that hill and there's cars stopped for that red light, there's all kinds of rear end accidents right there. And so as people are coming into town and they top that hill and the light is red and you've got 5 cars in line already, there's gonna be rear ends right there. I think, I'm not saying I'm totally against it, but I think we should wait for the light to be installed and watch that traffic pattern to see how the trucks do when they come, or how any vehicle. Because right now, when you come up over that hill, you're not stopping. You're going straight. So you don't have to worry about slowing down so much. But when that's a red light there and you got traffic backed up, I think that's going to be a potential for what happened when Walmart put their red light up and people topped that hill and started rearing cars that were sitting at that red light.
We could move the 30 back maybe to the water tank, you know, somewhere back a little bit.
Well, there's an existing 30 there near the water
Right.
tank.
I would agree with scooting it back some, because I agree with what you're talking about. Because going up that hill is hard. Like once you go into 45, it's hard to get to that 30 going up that hill too. So I would agree with some of that. But I guess my concern would be is like when you talk about the snow, just imagine the trucks going fast just to get up the hill. And then if it's snow on there, they got to go down the hill too. So that's going to be hard for them to stop as well.
But they're probably already speeding anyway, they can't get up.
That too. So yeah, that's an issue.
Well, could everybody like go out there and look at it between now and
I
next
drive.
week?
I was on
drive
today
it
just
every
to. I
day.
do, yeah, I
I've
mean,
looked at it.
but that's why I agree with I agree with coming up that hill. What you're saying, I really do. But somewhere in there, you just got to put that 30 somewhere where they got to slow down as soon as they top that hill or something.
Well, like I say, there's a 30-mile-an-hour sign there now.
Right.
Keep that. What would be simpler, in my opinion, would be to
Move to
put
30.
it back like it was before.
Well,
And
that's
keep that
kind of
there.
what
Yeah,
Mr. Burnett.
yeah, that's what he's saying.
I'm just concerned about those cars stopped at that red light, and nobody's, you know, I would just like to see the red light go in first before we start adjusting that speed limit to see how it's gonna work.
Are we having any problems there now?
Do I?
Are we having any problems
Just
there
getting a
now?
lot of
No.
complaints with
If you
people
got a policeman
slowing
sitting up there,
down
he'll
too
write a
early.
lot of tickets up there.
Oh, yeah, he does.
It's hard to go from that 45 to that 30. It really, because I think when you're going on the 45, you're actually going down the hill. Then you trying to climb the hill, it's like it's. I mean,
Well,
I
again,
do
I'm-
30 though.
You know, I do 32 right there.
I do 30, but it's
Again,
We're
I'm
so
comf-
used to just going plowing
Yeah,
through that
yeah.
intersection.
Again,
You know,
I'm comfortable with.
I'm
the-
afraid.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I'm just afraid that it'll be like the Walmart one. When they first installed that Walmart red light, there was all kinds of rear ends right there. People topping that hill and there's cars stopped.
Yeah, I guess we get that stoplight there, it would be
So
an issue.
I'd just like to wait until after it's installed.
What was the mayor saying?
Well, I'll reiterate my point. I think that 30 miles an hour between the tank and Phillip Street or 373
Yeah.
ought to remain 30.
Oh, yeah.
Not move that to 45. And
I
then,
mean, that's agreeable, Mayor. Just
Yeah.
put the sign there at the water tank, 30, and then they got
Yeah.
plenty of room to stop.
I'd agree, yeah.
and there's nothing to say about Brandon saying, signal ahead.
Oh, I hope he does,
Yeah.
because people gotta know there's gonna be a signal ahead.
Like they would do that.
Because there's no sight there. If there was a sight there, if you could see, it'd be different. We wouldn't be having this conversation. But there's no sight until you top that hill.
Mayor, could we hear from Brandon and maybe the police chief?
Yeah,
Their opinion on it,
sure.
either one of them.
Who wants to speak first? Brandon?
Brandon's rushing up. He can't wait to get up there.
You've changed the other side already, correct?
Yes, the other side has been changed.
It has been.
And there's been a lot of positive comments about that.
But yeah, when the red
Or I've
light's installed, I mean, we will look at putting something to let traffic know there is a red light coming up on our side of it. I mean, do you have any comments as far as?
So, and then my concern will be the same as anybody, without seeing the light, I was talking to Mr. Burns earlier, I don't think you're gonna be, I'm sure you can't see that light until you crest that hill.
Yeah.
That would be, you won't know till you see it, but I definitely think you would have to have an indicator prior to it, going up the hill.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, there's a red light up here, because if you come over the top, 45 miles an
You're already
hour, and
gonna
it's
have
ice
vehicles
or
backed up
rain,
right there, so.
plus there, it's new. It's gonna, we were talking about it earlier, we're gonna have to adjust to the light, because it's gonna take the residents in that area a while to adjust to a light too. So trial and error is what it is. But I definitely think the indicator letting you know that there's a light would be you would have to have that.
Agreed. Signal ahead, but also a sign, reduce speed ahead, before you get to the 30 miles an hour. What,
Well, I think they've
Yes,
got,
we have that now.
and I think they've got some that will flash red, telling you that the
no,
light.
no, I'm
light is
talking
red.
about a sign
Yeah.
that is on the side of the road that says reduce.
Well, they have that now. Well, they've got like a 40, like if you're in the 55, they've got a 45 with an arrow showing it's fixing to turn to 45. And then when you're in the 45, they've got a 30 with an arrow saying
Yeah,
it's fixing
okay,
to turn
that's
to
what I
30.
had.
Yeah,
We were
that's
just
there
gonna
now.
move that stuff up if y'all made this change. We're just gonna move everything up.
But the signal ahead is not gonna be until, what, May?
The signal's in, well, they said June 1st, right? June 1st,
So we don't need to put that signal ahead until then.
right.
But Mayor, I think you and I are saying the same thing. Keep it 45 until it gets to the water tank. Start to 30 there, that's where it starts a downhill slope to the red light,
Well, it's a little past the water
water
tank.
tank.
Yeah,
I think we're saying
yeah,
basically the same thing.
basically the same thing.
You know what he's saying, Brandon?
Of course, yeah.
I
know what everybody says.
I'm assuming what he's trying to say is move the 30 miles per hour saying instead
Up
of
to
where
the
it's at,
water tank,
up to
yep.
the water tank.
Yep,
Or
so
down-
45
down a little bit
up
from
to
the
the
water
30 up
tank.
to
No,
the-
I was saying just
And
keep
then-
the 30 mile an hour where it is now.
Well, it's way out there though, Mayor.
Yeah, it's on the
Yeah,
other side
it
of the
would
water
be-
tank.
No, I'm talking about the one closest to Phillips Street.
I don't even
There's-
think it's one right there.
Yeah, there
it's
is.
Past it.
There's one right past the fire
Is-
station.
is it-
Mayor.
Past it
one-
across,
correct.
down
Yeah.
from Phillips.
It's on down though, ain't it?
Yeah, it's down,
It's
down.
before
past-
you get
Past
to,
the firehouse.
it's before you get to the water tank. There's a 30 mile an hour.
Right, that's what we're saying, Mr. Mayor,
Leave
but
that-
it's, that's what we're talking about, moving up to the water tank. moving that one up to the water tank. I mean, that's what you've been saying the whole time.
No,
You're
not
saying
necessarily.
as you at the top of the hill. as
At
you
the top of the
crest,
hill.
That's where you would
That's
know.
good with me.
I mean,
And
just
then
the,
as you're coming up the hill, you would see the reduced speed coming up. So
Right.
you would know that, hey, somewhere on this hill, I need to start getting off the accelerator.
You'd see the reduced speed, and then you'll see the 30-mile-an-hour speed
well,
limit.
put the reduced speed where the 30 miles per hour sign is right now. And then just scoot it up a little bit.
Yes.
No, man, don't be doing that, man.
He knows what we're saying, he knows.
Mr. Hutto, can we just do a roll call vote on this since we're not changing speed? It's just repositioning the sign. Can we
Right.
do a roll call vote on this?
We are changing speeds, aren't we?
We're not changing the speeds.
Well, I mean, it can wait till next week, can it?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I gotta know if, if it's gonna be a roll call or a resolution.
Okay.
Can it be a roll call vote? Because really, it's just repositioning.
Does it really need to be changed? Leave it alone.
Are you worried about
Man, you
rear
can drive
end
out
at the
there.
red light?
So,
Well, you want to
No, I'm
answer it first, you want me to answer
the
first?
speed doesn't matter to me. What I'm concerned about is the way this is gonna affect traffic after the light.
That's what
is
I'm
installed.
saying. Let's wait till after the
Um,
light's installed. We can always look at it.
Because
again.
I just don't know. I mean, you don't know how this is gonna work until it's up and running.
I drive a big truck up the hill all the time. It is a pain in the butt going 30 up that hill. I mean, and that'd be my personal truck.
You talking about
Consider-
going out of
Consider
town?
that hill right there. What
No,
is
I'm talking
your?
about coming into
You
town,
can go 45.
coming up into town.
You can go 45, he won't stop you.
Well, they most definitely will.
I ain't saying
They will
nothing.
tell you, but they're not gonna, they'll throw it out in court.
All right, what's the consensus to put it on the agenda for Tuesday or wait?
I think we need to put it on there myself, just to talk about it some more.
We're talking about it for 30 minutes.
Well, we still got to vote on it.
Well, we ain't get nowhere.
We'll put it on there. We'll vote.
Okay.
Okay, so
So-
everybody in agreement to put it on the agenda?
And it will be a roll call vote, just repositioning the signs. Because nothing's changing. We've already got those 55, 45, 30. Correct, Scott?
Yes.
Yes.
You see, yes.
Y'all need a map?
Yeah, sometimes I do. I'm with you, but yes.
Here you go.
I'm good now. I'm good.
All right, next item?
Item 3, discuss and consider approval of 25-15, amending the fiscal year 2026 budget, requires an ordinance. Alan Owens, City Treasurer.
Alan?
All right, thank you, Mayor, Council. This proposed budget amendment addresses two main areas. The first component stemmed from our last Budget Committee meeting where we had Michael Fernandez attend the Budget Committee meeting and request funding for some repairs, significant repairs to his vehicle, which has been down, out of operation for quite some time, to the tune of $4,000. And the other request was $7,500 to make some needed repairs to part of his facility. I haven't seen it myself, but I think it's referred to as a lean-to structure. Again, that was $7,500. So what we've done is crafted this budget amendment. Another thing that was talked about was billing the county for half of the repairs to the structure, and I've been in contact with them. Robin, their director, will be back in town on Thursday, so I hope to get some final word from her on that, but I have been in email contact with them. But the proposed funding for the repairs to the structure would be half of that, $3,750 from the county. The other $3,750 would come from, and also the repairs to the truck, $4,000, are proposed to come from, not from fund balance, but from three line items in the economic development budget, $2,000 from advertising, $3,000 from travel account, and $2,750 from supplies. I have talked to Jennifer about it, and we feel that her budget and would still have adequate funds for the remainder of the year. So for that portion of the amendment, there would be no proposed taking money or reduction of fund balance. The other part of the budget amendment is really just kind of a housekeeping thing where we had two capital items that didn't get complete. They're in last year's budget, but as of June 30th, they were not completed. So it's basically because budget appropriations lapse at the end of the year, it's a request to reappropriate money for these two accounts. And one is the about $298,000 for the fire truck that's recently been taken delivery of, and the other would be $101,000 for two police vehicles that were not taken delivery until shortly after fiscal year. So those were planned to come out of last year's budget, so they would be coming out of the fund balance that was carried over from last year. And that's a summary of, you have any questions? Be happy to try to answer them.
Questions for Alan?
And I see Michael is here if you have any questions about the actual operations or structure or anything to do with animal control.
And you said the county, has the county been sent a letter, or you talked to the?
I've been in communication, Councilman Burns, via email, and I've been informed that they have the request with the backup, and I've asked what further information they need, and I was informed that Robin will be back in town on Thursday, and I'll speak to her and get a definitive answer from them by Thursday, hopefully.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
She's the budget director for the county, correct?
Yes, sir.
Without objections, that'll be on the agenda for Tuesday.
Item 4, discuss changing.
Thank you, Alan.
You're welcome.
Discuss changing the City of Lewisburg Council meeting to November the 10th, 2025, due to Veterans Holiday falls on the second Tuesday of the regular council meeting. Mayor Jim Bingham.
Okay. What do we need to do?
Is it gonna be?
Wednesday or
Is it
Monday?
gonna, is Tuesday the day off? Because I thought they moved that to always on Monday. It is the Tuesday?
is the day off.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with moving it to Monday the 10th.
We're making it Monday.
Is that good for you, Mr. Hutto?
Everybody good with Monday?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that'll be on the
You
agenda.
went right here.
No, I'm
I
thinking-
assume we need a
That's
resolution.
Veterans Day. So
Do we?
the city's closed.
No.
so they
Six or
wanna
six,
move it,
right?
move it.
It'd be same time at 6. I don't think so.
You have to do
November,
something to,
Okay, okay. That's why I was
vote to
looking
change
before
the
we put it down.
date. You have to just have some record of the date's being changed so it can be published and advertised. And so, I mean, the roll call or a resolution to have the November one. something-
Voice vote.
Yeah.
And we can do that at the first of the meeting, right? No, that Monday night. No.
We'll just have it on next Monday's agenda.
All right,
as-
okay. Got you. Okay. Number 5, other business.
Oh, I guess that's good.
No, what is it?
It can be for anybody.
Okay, well,
You got
I
all
put a
the
city manager,
No, I just,
oh, I'm sorry, go on.
no, I ain't gonna talk over you, go ahead.
No, you all go first and I'll go with mine. I'm just giving you.
I just had a simple question. I was, cause like, as I was doing the lines on the roads, I was trying to go about getting some lines put on Glen Avenue. They used to have lines there, but they not there anymore. So I just thought that as they was doing the lines on what procedures I need to take to try to get that done, if I could at least get it done.
I can
Is
comment.
that a
but it's
Brandon
not
question?
me.
Is that a Brandon question? He's coming up.
So if you're wanting me to look into getting a price together on,
Please.
I can, that's no big deal. And then I can bring it before y'all and we can discuss it on where we can get it funded. So if y'all have any streets y'all want it striped, give me a list and I'll get you the numbers together.
Can I ask why they took the lines in the spot on Fifth Avenue, why they took them back off?
That line was supposed to be moved over, and they are gonna be moving it, it just hasn't been put back yet. They did it on the center when it should have been moved over a couple of feet to,
They
depending
park
on,
on one side.
yeah,
Should have been offset,
should have been offset, yeah.
but they scrubbed it. They had a machine from Chattanooga come up and a glorified power washing is what I understand was there. We know exactly how the we have a cooperative agreement with the Marshall County Highway Department where we can use their bids, and it's $900 per mile.
To strike?
So if you put a double yellow line, you've got to double that. So you,
Just one lane going down
You won't pass it on Glenn? You gotta put a double yellow.
but anyway, that's, you could, once you determine the length, you can tell exactly what it's gonna cost. It doesn't have to be put out for bids, is what I'm saying. We can do it.
Might ought to put it up here.
So, he gave the invitation there. So, no, this is county. Well, we need to discuss some other stuff too.
On the paving, I've got a call about, what's the road around by Walmart, around by,
Rock crusher?
Rock Country Road. I got a call about that. Who determined where the paving is done?
That would be Brandon.
You, Brandon? I'll get my seat.
There's a priority list, Brandon.
Have your seat right there, Brandon.
Yeah, there's a priority list we go by. Rock Crusher Road scored low. The problem with that is the funds, there's not enough money set aside to do Rock Crusher Road, because it's gonna need a new base and everything. Just for top coats alone, the prices, those are just the top coats for the prices that y'all got. I mean, Rock Crusher Road, we're talking about, you'd have to put a new binder down, a new base underneath, and probably new topping as well to even get that road, because it's just not built heavy enough for that heavy traffic.
It'd eat up that 300,000 and be.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very far down the road we'd make it with that. So the roads I selected are incomplete roads that, well, y'all did get the pack, right, Barb?
We did.
Okay. So the incomplete ones have just got binder on them and that's it. There's no topping on it. That was back years ago when the city was paving for developers and then we stopped. And that was about the time frame that the city said, hey, developers are now required to do it all. And these roads were not really finished out. Kind of like Matthew Drive, we paved it about 2 years ago. It was another road that was unfinished. You know, we put a top coat on it as well. These are, I think, the last 4 that need to be done, or 3, bit 3 in there.
Which are?
I don't have the list in front of me. Give me a second.
You want me to name them out?
You can, yeah.
Joanne Circle.
That's off in,
Titan Way.
Saxon Lane, Southview Drive.
oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I know what,
So I tell them we don't have the money to do it.
For Rock Crusher Road, no. I know it is an issue, but, I mean, that's gonna be something that's gonna be very pricey to get into.
Do you patch it?
We would have to excavate a lot of that out and then fill it back in with rock, and then we'd have the pavers come in. That's assuming if we keep it in-house and do a lot of the excavation ourselves. If we can't, and like Lincoln Paving, say they get the contract and they're doing the excavation work, it'll be quite a bit of money for them to excavate it out.
I was just thinking about if we don't do anything, then it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse, and at what point? So that's next year's budget issue, isn't it?
If you want me to, if y'all are serious about taking on that project, I can put it together for next year's budget, yes. If that's what y'all direct me to do.
I'm serious about it.
okay, further question? We still have are we through with that? Then we've got to discuss about other business, about temporary city manager. Is that the last thing we need to discuss?
You got a report?
I've got a report, kind of, I'll go down it if y'all want me to. Some of that you were asking about might have been covered in it, but these were things I thought you might get a question about. In your package, you'll see a thing for brush and debris, and that's the new route added to it. I'm sort of surprised, that's what it costs to run a route for picking up brush for a week. 52 times that makes that pretty expensive. I want to bring this to your attention. This year already, I happen to be standing at when the bill to ground and haul it away is $70,000. And the bill to get a new truck about every 5 years to pick it up and to do stuff with it is about $220,000. It might just be a big item on y'all's list. A lot of cities do that differently, and it could be investigated to see some other possible ways of doing it if you all were interested in that. To me, that's an expensive bill, but it may not be anyway. I'm new to that one, okay? But I have been looking at some ways to maybe that we could, additional options for getting rid of the disposal waste, disposal cost. Brandon and I have been working together on trying to come up with some things that we can do. And I know that's a pet project for a lot of folks. Then I went out to the pump house at the lake. The water department believes they gave it to the city. The city has no record of ever having received it. If they come before you and want to give it to you, it's going to need some repairs. So I thought that might be something that comes up that you might need to know about.
And we store, who's got stuff in it?
It's just old pumps that were put there 1,000 years ago.
There's nothing in it, just the
Nothing in it, just old
mechanics.
pumps.
Okay, so the pumps are the water department pumps, right?
Oh,
So the
old
water
ones.
department owns the building.
Well, they thought they had given it to the city at some point, but there's no record of them having given it to the city, so.
They're not gonna give us their pumps, are they?
No, when they quit using it, they shut those down.
We
And
talking about the one at the old lake?
Yeah, old lake.
I'm pretty sure we gave that to the city.
See?
Yeah.
There's no documentation. There's no documentation of it, Mr. Gregory.
If you could get some,
I will see what I can do about that.
okay,
Trent's
And
supposed to
don't
be
bu-
looking for that document.
And don't backdate it either.
go ahead.
One issue that came before me very quickly that I authorized and said okay to was to continue the stripe down White Lane, which wasn't on the original striping plan. That was like day 1 or day 2 that I got asked, what did I think? I said, I think it needed the consistency of being done. And that was on me, if that was not something that you all, it wasn't in the original striping plan. So it may be one of those mistakes I made, but we don't want to peel it back up. So
How much was it gonna cost, Barbara?
it's already been done, and Brandon.
About $900.
About $900 to do that. And I thought that was, based on the other cost I was hearing, I just said, okay, and authorized him to have it done.
It came out of his budget, didn't he?
Yeah, it came out of
Okay.
his budget.
And it stopped at Hull. It was funny, you know, you just drive along and it stops.
It's been
Yeah,
done all the way.
Yeah, it is done now, so.
Good.
And then there are 2 roof leaks. The city one, I think, has been fixed. The rec center was being investigated. I think our maintenance looked at it, but the insurance people were coming in. Is that right, Brandon?
It was turned into insurance, and I don't know.
I thought they turned it down.
I don't know if she dealt with insurance on that, or.
I'll have to get with Kerry, but again, I thought it might be something that would be said to you all and it needed to be brought to your attention. The next one is a pretty big item, but we're working, trying to figure out what to do. Marshall County Probation Services, our city court issues probation for people. The county and the city have a contract. The county is going to cancel the contract as of January the 1st. And we're going to be looking at alternative ways to handle that situation, either another contract with them to do something different or any other options that might be open. But you might get asked some questions about that, and I'll answer any of them as I can. I've got several meetings set up. I didn't know for sure what would happen today, so I kind of hesitated to do anything positive that I couldn't get back out of and let somebody else do. So I go to work with a group tomorrow morning to work on it a little bit, and I'll keep you as informed as I can. Historic Zoning Board, a lot of houses while we were in this downtime of not having a planning and zoning person and then getting a new planning and zoning person. There have been a lot of people who've not been following the historic overlay on the historic district and painted the outsides of their buildings. There's not a lot we can do about, you can't take the paint back off. But I did authorize Chris to send out a new letter to all the owners and let them know that they're in violation of a code that you all passed and that they can't do that without coming before the historic zoning board. There might be, since letters went out, you might get some questions. Be happy to help you anyway if you get any questions with what they can do. Road maintenance. This one is just to let you know, center lines and turn lanes in front of our MCHS drive are invisible if it rains. So I asked Brandon to bring me in some prices, and we're looking at that and I'm talking with the school system to see how we might try to work.
Where
to get on
where
that.
was it?
It's MCHS Drive. It's between, going back past MES and up to LMS and then back down to Old Columbia Highway. It's a city road. I thought it was a county road, but I've been informed it's a city road. Coming off West Commerce.
Yes, I know what you're talking about, this.
The turn lane line is completely gone. The middle lane line is completely gone. The arrows to tell them to turn are completely gone. If the road's wet, it's invisible, and you have to really look for the line. And that's kind of the little kids in all those cars. So we're looking at that. No decision's been made yet, but it does need something. Brandon came to me immediately with some proposals, and I just wanted to let you all know I'm still looking at it before I tell him that yes, he can do it.
Have you talked to Mr. Perry?
I had a phone call in, he was supposed to call me back.
Yeah, good.
And I went and talked with the principal, and she was the one who called me to ask if I would come look at it. And then I met with Brandon and all, and we discussed what we might possibly could do to help. It is, like I said, when I was principal there, I thought it was a county road, but they tell me now it's a city road. It's kind of like I own that building at the lake, it's always whatever's convenient. All right, road maintenance, city streets. The city streets, you've got the booklet, and in your packet, there is a list of the 4 that he had chosen. And all of them were in that incomplete condition, and I need to give him an answer on that unless y'all want something else to be done. I'll authorize him either to go and execute doing the ones that he recommended be done. And they're in your packet, all named.
And this was in his budget, because we gave him paving budget,
This is
okay.
in his payment budget.
I thought that, is it Southview, the cul-de-sac up there, that the developer, we didn't accept that they had to do some,
There's one little.
This is the beginning part of Southview, not the back.
so that's
Right when
still,
you turn on Southview.
so it's still a problem that the developer has not fixed.
You're talking about Brindley Court. Brindley Court is
It's
off
off
of.
Southview.
It's off of Southview. This is not Brindley Court. We're just doing just Southview Drive to that, where, he added the backside of Southview Drive at.
To the, where the retention pond is?
Yeah, right there where that curb is.
Yeah.
Yep, from right
Okay.
there back to Gill Road.
Yes.
Yep,
So it's just that straight shot.
yep.
I thought I had a copy of it.
The developer was supposed to have put the top coat on it, but we let the bond slip.
That was on Brindley Court though. That was on the other side. This side, we put the binder down. That was the last road the city paved for the developer.
I didn't realize that. Go ahead, Barbara.
Okay, and the Community Development Board, which is part of the vision plan review, they've been working on that for months, and in your packet, you'll see 4 or 5 recommendations that they thought they would bring before you. Some of them have been responded to, but in different ways, I think, than the Community Development Board meant for that to be taken. And we can spend more time on that, but again, I promised that I would pass that on to you all, that they have met and discussed the vision plan. And those were some of the issues in the vision plan that they felt needed attention, and that may be brought before you at another time, but those are the 5. The 2nd Avenue and Franklin intersection has been completed with 2nd Avenue through traffic flashing caution lights. I have not visited this site. This is one I'm not.
I travel there every day. That's the one we was talking about was completed, I think. It's College Street, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's like College.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I hadn't mentioned that one, but
It's-
you have, and it's.
Yeah, it's,
Can't tell you how many positive comments I've received.
Oh, yeah, it is very nice. I drove it the other day, and there wasn't a single car stopped at any of the 4 points. And then when I passed, before I got there, 2 cars were coming in off College, and they handled it perfectly, the way they should.
I think I've been through it once, and like I said, I didn't really.
I do it.
I go through there all the time.
About every day, more than one.
Yeah. Okay, and then 373, the Mooresville Highway westbound, the speed limit change outward has been made.
It's done, yeah.
And there may be other things. I don't figure you need to know every move I've made every day, all day long, but I hope those are reports that give you a voice if somebody asks you or discusses it with you, that a lot of that has come through me. and I've acted as best of my knowledge has told me to act. Thank you.
And that was responsibly. Are you gonna be here Tuesday?
No.
So this will take place of your report for Tuesday.
Yes, or I can add anything into the Tuesday, but I will be gone from the 10th from Saturday through Wednesday, and then I'll be back
Okay.
with a plan that was made long before you all put me in this.
Then you're gonna send us a little email.
I'll
so-
send you,
so-
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
thought
go.
you asked me for a postcard from Universal.
Well, that'd be fine.
I was gonna, I'll go.
Just a little email, you're gonna be out of the office or whatever, yeah.
Well, I appreciate, all of us, I think, could speak for everybody, appreciate what you've done so far.
Thank you. I hope to do it right until you make another decision.
Questions for Barbara?
I guess,
Go ahead.
did we put on for 30 days?
We did, and
What's the plan now?
I'm gonna put on Tuesday's agenda an extension to the 30-day contract.
Yeah, we're gonna discuss that next.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the agenda Tuesday night.
Until we get another, she gonna stay, she'll
It's,
be there until we find somebody else?
she's agreed.
Well,
Hey, let me answer that. She's agreed to do that.
well, one of the first things we need to do is we've hired city managers before, and we've had a questionnaire, what the council look for.
Yeah, we need to do that
re-
Tuesday.
That what the council wanted. And Gina, could you find
can
that
get the
and
job
share it with everybody? That'd be step number one.
That probably needs to be on Tuesday's agenda as well, right? To approve the qualifications for the
The job
search?
description.
Yeah.
I know one of the former city managers, one of the requirements was that they have the experience as a city manager. But that was, even though that's what the council put out initially, they ignored it when it came time for the selection. But I think it's important that there be some kind of consensus on what we require. And then MTAS needs to take that information and distribute it to their sources. And they have a whole network of ways of getting that information out. But then you have to have a certain period of time to advertise and accept applications. And then you have to screen those and have interviews. So we may be talking about 3 months is a possibility. Maybe 2, but maybe 3. But,
Maybe 4. Maybe 4.
But to start with, Gina will get that information to you, and make your comments. Is there time to discuss those and put it on the agenda for Tuesday, maybe? Otherwise, we're gonna have to wait.
I'll send you an email as soon as I get home.
Okay.
Is that good with everybody to, as soon as she finds them, to,
So it's
we put it on the agenda to at least discuss?
discuss.
Everybody good with that? But we also need to contact MTS as soon as possible and tell her what we're planning, correct? To give them an alert.
Yeah.
Anything else in that regard as far as advertising? So now we need to put on the agenda to officially extend Barbara until that happens, if she's willing to do it.
So further
And
notice.
authorize the mayor to sign that.
So is that needs to be on the, that needs to be on the agenda for Tuesday, correct?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else in regards to that? Is there any other business? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
A motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say no. We stand adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
No, we thank you.